Welcome, everybody. I'm Gold Leader, and I am proud to report we have internet.
Yeah, we do. Woo woo.
I'm
It
joined
was
by,
dicey there for a while, guys.
yeah, I'm joined by Patronus, and we are here on a special Thursday edition of Star Wars TCG
Yeah.
because Comcast failed us for the first time.
Yeah, since we moved into this house, it's been almost 3 years.
In
Haven't had an outage
general,
like
we've
that.
actually haven't had too many issues. I know
Yeah,
people hate them,
I know.
but we've
Well,
actually,
everybody hates everybody with that.
yeah.
It just is what it is.
But I was working, and at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Patronus ran down the stairs. She's like, "What'd you do to the internet?" I was like, "Nothing."
In all fairness, you had screwed it up earlier than that day.
I got evil Vile, and I was like, "I did nothing." And so Comcast just had like 1,000 people in our area out. Didn't have anything, and
Say lovey.
it didn't get restored until
This morning.
late this morning because
Yeah.
I was up at 6 a.m. with tech support trying to get it to work, and yeah, so
We're back now.
we're back. Everything's good, and we're trying something new. So if you see the screen, we don't know what to call this thing. We're calling it Deck Tech Support,
Yeah, we're playing
Deck
around with
Support.
tiles.
I don't
with
know
titles.
what we're gonna call it, but
Yeah.
what we want this to be is kind of a video series where we often get a lot of questions from Star Wars TCG users, players who say, "Hey, you know, what do you think is a good deck? How would you build this?" All kinds of stuff. And we decided, you know what would be good if there was just like a forum for that. So what we're gonna do is somebody submitted us, one of our subscribers submitted us a deck called Orbital Bombardment. And the way they did it was they built the deck on StarWarsTCG.com. If you haven't been there yet, it's an amazing Star Wars database and deck building website. You can go, you can look at every card ever made, whether the Wizards cards or the
IDC.
IDC cards, and you can build decks, share the link with people. It's really awesome, and they are working. Well, it's one person who's putting all his time into it, is day and night, updating and improving the site. So if you haven't been there, go to StarWarsTCG.com. It's amazing. And they sent us this link with the deck lists. It's pretty awesome. And hey, we've got someone who just joined us. That's Matthew Smacula from Florida.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Super excited to come
Yeah.
visit you.
Yeah.
So we are, the whole purpose is they sent us a deck list. We are going to play that deck completely unaltered, and we're going to play it against a pretty good deck. So this is my...
I'm guessing it's a Han Solo themed deck.
Yeah,
Because you've got your Han.
this
sleeves
is
on
my
there.
Han Solo Rebel, like, leader deck.
Oh, just your general solo deck.
Yeah,
Okay.
my general solo deck.
Mhm.
So Han Solo K
Yeah.
with all his buddies,
Yeah.
Luke, Leia, Han, the whole crew.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty good deck. I played it in one of the first IDC tournaments, made it pretty far. This deck carried me more than my dark side deck. My dark side deck was a little experimental. But it's a pretty good deck. So if this deck beats this deck,
It's a good gauntlet.
we won't even make any changes.
Yeah, exactly.
But if not, we'll break down the deck live, and I will go through my thoughts on what the deck's trying to do and how can we improve it.
Sounds
And then we'll
fantastic.
make some quick changes on stream, and we'll play the deck again and see if it does better.
All right.
So
Yeah, so we think this is going to be a fun type of series that we can do maybe once a month with viewers. If you guys want to submit us a deck list for something like this, we would absolutely love the interaction and love your feedback on what we're thinking of doing with these decks.
And you can submit it any way you want. You can go to, we have homebasegames.com, our website, Facebook. You can join the Discord server for Star Wars TCG. You could submit to Gold Leader there. I'm Gold Leader #2596. Or you could send us an email. Just homebasegames@gmail.com.
We're reachable in many contacts.
Yep. So however you want to send the list, So I'm not going to go over my deck list. I'm not going to go over the deck list that was submitted because I did post the list on Facebook, so
Okay.
you could see.
Yeah, so you can go check
And
it
then
out right
when we
now if you
load the
want.
video on YouTube, as always, we'll put both of the deck lists up there so you
Yep.
can click on them and see. But what David sent, and maybe you should read it. David sent actually, if you click on his link,
Mm-hmm.
he actually sent a little description about what he wants his deck to do.
Okay.
And let's, because it's cool because he actually put a lot of thought and a lot of thought into how he wanted his deck to operate. So if you just click on that, the link I sent you for the deck list, or you can go to Facebook and click on the link.
No, I don't do Facebook. We know this.
All right, so
Okay, so
it says
about, I'm
about,
assuming?
yeah,
Okay. Ooh, lordy, that is... Ooh, okay, here we go.
yeah. Like I said, so Petros is going to read you the deck designer notes.
Yeah, okay. Primary strategy, quickly dominate the space arena through overwhelming fire superiority and support from ground units and camp. Units from the character arena are used to support the space arena and generate build points. Once the space arena is controlled, units in the space arena quickly pivot to bombard the ground arena to support other ground units. With the combined attacks from space and ground, the rebel scum will not be able to resist firepower of this magnitude. How to execute this primary strategy. This deck relies on heavily powered space units like battle stations and capital ships, therefore it is very build point hungry. To support this, there are many units and cards specifically included in order to gain more build points quickly so as to deploy the more expensive units. There are also units in each arena that include the keyword intercept. These are intended to defend more valuable units. Units in the character arena were chosen for their abilities to generate build points or support the space arena as pilots, augmenting the battle station and capital ships' destructive firepower, or to increase speed so they can attack before enemy starfighters. Notes on usage. Imperial Control Station used to augment starfighters. Used together with a piloted TIE fighter, it can make a TIE a good threat. I may be corrected later, but since this is a non-unique unit, you can have both in the ground arena at the same time. A piloted interceptor with 2 Imperial control stations in play could potentially be power 6. Use equipment cards to add shields and improve weapons even higher power and speed. Imperial blockade and surprise reinforcements, while useful separately, used together in the same turn to gain 5 build points and deny your opponent the extra build points. A great 1-2 punch. It's my dream to build Star Destroyers and Star Fighters with pilots and equipment to create highly powerful and fast units. Mix and match to see what you could do. I mean, really, who doesn't want a Death Star with 70 speed and 17 power? Death Star A plus engine upgrade plus pilot speed plus weapon upgrade. Protected by a planetary shield. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
So what I mean is the guy's super passionate about his little trying to make this off, and it's super awesome, and I'm happy that he sent it to us. So that's why I want to try this completely unaltered, and we're gonna play it against a pretty decent deck.
Yeah, see what happens.
And so if you got what he was saying there, like his goal is to kind of upgrade. He's trying to. So I thought the deck was kind of mostly like a Bombard style of deck. It's got Bombard in it, it's got Ionkin in it, but now I'm starting to think that maybe it was more of a Voltron style of deck where he's trying to Voltron
That's
things.
what it sounds like.
So I probably, well, we'll see if he likes the changes I'm going to make afterwards. So let's play it out.
Okay.
So let's draw 7.
Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right.
2 mulligans, a pilot speed, and an engine upgrade.
Okay. I'm going to mulligan Rebel Hangar. And I'm going to mulligan Change in Destiny. So those 2 cards. Both battle cards. And I'm just going to leave them on the table.
Nothing.
I'm going to draw 2 new cards. And then I'm going to shuffle these back in my deck. Star Wars TCG League Mulligan Rule.
Matthew says he loves Bombard.
Oh, Bombard is awesome. I think this is your first time seeing the new Mulligan rule. I know JP didn't show it to you because he doesn't even know about it.
Well, he might know about it, but wouldn't think to actually.
I don't know if he knows about it.
Do you guys play Star Wars TCG down there?
They have, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, JP showed him.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited to go down there.
We have corrupted another.
Matthew's great. He's like us. He just plays all the games.
I know. Okay.
All right.
Well, I have a Death Star, and I think that's what this deck wanted to do. So I think we're just going to do that to start.
Okay.
So this is Death Star B.
Ooh, that's the good one to start with.
So that is 12.
You got it.
Because Lord knows if I'm not deploying it in setup, I'm probably not deploying it.
All right.
So let's start with that. Go.
Let's start with my less impressive. We're going to start with a Rebel Troop card. 3 build points. Draw a card. And then we're going to play a second copy of Rebel Troop card.
Okay.
3 build points and draw a card. So I'm at 6. And then there's no reason to get cute. We are going to play Han Solo.
I mean, yeah, I played a Death Star. Play what the deck wants to play.
Alright, so that's 9 points. I'm at 15. Half my build already gone.
All right. My turn. Oh, I forgot to draw. Okay. So.
All right.
Played Han K. Problem is, my little chuds are not going to do well against character. But I guess we try playing some and see. So we'll play the Death Star Super Laser Gunner.
Yep. That's the one that bumps Ion Cannon?
It bumps Bombard.
Bombard, okay. The pictures are quite similar.
They are, and I will show you the other one. That is the Turbo Laser Gunner, and he is the one that bumps Ion.
Okay. Did you draw up to 7?
I'm about right now.
All right.
And I beat you. Yep.
Well, let's get an X-Wing Red 10 and start getting some Starfighters out there against this Death Star. So that's 3 more, so that's going to put me at 16.
Matthew, he has 2 of the exact same card right there.
That's why they're stacked up. Yep, it's the exact same card.
Mm-hmm.
This is the card. Rebel Troop card. It doesn't do a whole lot of fighting, but
makes your ground units cheaper.
Each one makes my Rebel ground units 1 less to build, so I kind of get them out during setup, and then during the build phase, the rest of the game, I can cheat things into play cheaper.
Thanks, Tornado. Appreciate you jumping in too.
Yeah, welcome, Toronto.
All right, so you're done. You passed me, so now it's my turn again. I suppose let's go with Sand Trooper Squad.
Okay. And you've passed me by. I'm going to play Anakin Starfighter. Space. Draw. And you're up.
Okay. Let's go with second Sand Trooper Squad.
Okay. We are going to play Millennium Falcon. Draw.
Think. Like I'm in
Oh, we'll see.
trouble. You could just be holding onto your ground units, play them at a discount. Sense. Don't have any other space units. Protect that Death Star.
Except you can search for them during setup, during build.
Yeah. Maybe we put last 6 on that.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Protect your Death Star.
Protect my Death Star.
Yeah.
Hope you don't have a lot of ground units to mark it.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna put 2 points on unmodified Snowspeeder. Right?
Cost you 1. You to deploy it.
Yeah, it's a smart play. Let's
Sorry.
do this. 2 points on Luke's X-Wing.
That makes more sense. We'll put that on the camera.
Luke's Snowspeeder, I mean.
Yeah.
That's the smart play. Draw. Okay.
Okay.
And
So we're both good?
Each gain 4
so
force.
4 force, and
and
you're going to roll for build.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a 2. So 3 each.
Draw. Okay. So do I have any fighters that cost 2?
There are some. There's no intercepting ones, though.
Okay, so then if that's the case,
Yeah, if you're not going to get an intercepting one, it might be worth to play the Death Star and tap down Anakin Starfighter.
yeah, exactly. So I think that's what we do. We spend 1 to deploy that.
Yep. Hit Anakin with a tractor beam.
And then exactly. So pay a build point and tap it.
Yep.
That. And do I still want to search for a unit for next turn?
That's a
Probably
good
not
question.
The worst idea. Then I can just deploy it. Not going to play anything else for 1. Partially building. Know that any of these. So I will use this build point. So I'm going to activate the Death Star's build point and search my deck for a
Starfighter?
Imperial Starfighter. Which I want one of the ones with intercept. So I'm just gonna
Easy Money says, yeah, dig up one of the ones with intercept. That should be a TIE interceptor.
That's the
Yeah.
we're gonna go grab that. Put that in my
I don't believe the 2 build one is in there like in our previous video.
guess I'll flip while
You could
take
do
your
it, but
turn.
I don't think it's in there.
You can take your turn. I'll flip, and if it is, then I'll pull that one instead. But otherwise.
All right. 3 points. So Luke comes into play for free because 2 copies of Rebel Troop Cart reduces it to 2. And then we can put 1 point on that unmodified Snowspeeder that we showed. I think we're going to lose space. So we might as well just kill the ground.
All right. That's what I was worried about happening, was as soon as he took his first turn, he was going to drop a whole bunch of ground for very, very cheap.
Yep.
That's what I was worried about.
There was really, you were kind of damned if you did, damned if you don't, I think.
For sure.
This turn. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right, so.
Retreats.
Yep.
The question is, can I afford to?
Well, you could afford to retreat the characters, I think.
Yeah, that's what
I don't think there's any chance I can.
I have all 3. Yeah,
yes,
probably not.
I mean, it's 7 hit
7.
points, 4/4.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hit points.
So I'll retreat.
Yep.
They'll just get kicked off by Han.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And retreats for you?
Well, I don't want to just leave Anakin Starfighter in there just to get whacked by the Death Star, so I'm gonna stay.
Got it.
All right. Start of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna exhaust X-Wing and roll 3 dice at the Death Star. Pray for 6s. No 6s, but that's 3 damage.
Okay.
Almost as good. Okay. And then the Millennium Falcon. Rolling 5. What? 4 hits.
4. Man.
Yeah. 7 of 12. Okay.
All right. And roll back. Only starfighters get the critical 3, so I probably want to take these guys out.
That makes perfect sense.
So we'll go at red 10 here.
It looks like we have exactly 12 dice.
Well, that's because we found one of those dice somewhere.
It was in the Mage Knight box.
Yeah,
these are actually, if you've ever played the game Mage Knight, not the board game, the miniatures game that came out before the board game, these are all the dice from that game.
Yeah. We found one.
We
were at 11 and we found one. It was so exciting. Obliterated?
That's a dead starfighter.
Oh, man.
Maximum firepower.
Literally. Whew. That was
Crunch.
Yeah. Evaporated.
Yeah. Okay.
Ground.
All right, so I'm up with my 60s.
Mm.
So let's do Luke's Snowspeeder, and we're going to try to take out this...
Makes sense.
Well, you still have Force. That's kind of annoying. All right, let's go with the Sand Trooper Squad.
Okay.
They haven't even rolled dice yet.
Sure. It is pay 3 to enter.
Yeah, but if I work on one, and then don't kill it.
Yep.
All right, let's roll 4 at the same target. Intercept or no? Or just let it go?
Let it go.
0.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I got lucky.
Oh.
1. I forgot. The whole point. All my Rebel ground units and characters have lucky 2. Alright. Rogue 1. Or Rogue 2, I'm sorry. Rogue 2 Snowspeeder. Rolling at Sand Trooper. That's 1. I'm going to lucky 2. So 2.
2 total?
2 total. That might warrant a pilot's dodge. Or not.
Yeah, that's kind of the question. I mean, you're done.
You might as well just wait until you need it.
Yeah, at this point, like, I think I just
yeah.
wait.
All right.
But yes, I am holding a pilot's dodge.
Dark side first.
Might as well show it to the rest of the community so they know exactly what you and I are talking about. So it's just pay 2, prevent 2 damage to a space or ground.
Yeah.
But I've been holding it, not knowing
Whether the Death Star needs it.
Right.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Because you just crunched over there.
Yeah.
And obviously these guys have to pay 3 to intercept, and this costs 2, so I couldn't do both.
Right. Yep.
All right, so rolling 4 dice
Mm-hmm.
at your unmodified snow.
That makes sense. So these things actually have stun too. So if you roll at this rebel trooper and deal it a damage, it can't hit you back. And they have lucky.
I guess that's fair.
It's up to you.
Kind of silly.
Well, it would ensure that I can't kill that unit.
All right, that's fine. Guess that makes sense. Okay, there's.
Well, this was a 2. That was a hit as well. So I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna lucky these. It was cocked on the thing.
Oh, okay.
0.
Fantastic.
Yep. Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, rolling 1. 1. Rolling 1. Nothing. Lucky. Hit.
Worth saving it.
That's the question. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think you're in on space.
Yeah. Let it go.
Somebody got to figure out how to win character.
Yeah, I don't know that I can. All right. So Han taps. Oh, well, technically that guy rolls a die.
No, he did. That's what killed it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes.
I didn't.
All
tap
right.
it.
So end of the turn. So ready up. Force.
Yeah, Tonrado. I was thinking the same thing. An easy improvement is to turn pilot's dodge into Jedi piloting. When I looked at the deck, it seemed like it was, for the most part, like Empire themed, with exception of battle cards, and I assumed that
it was on purpose.
It was on purpose to keep as many non Jedi themed stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure, so I didn't change it. But that is definitely just an easy fix. It's just a power creep.
Yeah.
The same card, but more
Better.
efficient.
Yeah. All right, so roll for builds, and
Yep.
I'm going to draw a card.
3.
Well, I suppose the best thing I can do is just play that.
Do you need to do that? You can tap this for 1. And then the only thing attacking is the Falcon.
The problem is I'm not going to be able to get anything.
Yeah, but you could still tap this for 1. Tapping this ensures that that thing probably gonna live. Much greater chance. And then you just put 2 on the fighter, or 2 on something else.
All right, so we'll tap Anakin Starfighter.
Yeah, I think you have to tractor beam.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
Well, actually.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I do this.
Okay.
Maybe we do 1 here and.
Oh yeah.
Heal my.
That's for sure what you do. Heal for 4. That guarantees it lives.
All right.
All right. So my turn. First things first is I have to pay upkeep. Draw. And then 3 build points. Well, we'll just put 1 build point on another snow speeder.
So good. All right.
And then we're going to put 2 build points here. A space unit. Force. Alright, and then that's it. Dark side retreats.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I think you have to stay.
I have to stay.
Han can't kill both.
He can't kill 2 things in 1 turn, so it at least keeps me alive for 1 more turn.
Yep, that's it. All right.
All right. Space.
You know what would be awesome? If there was a copy of the A version of this card. The A version, I mean, you don't have it in play, but if you had one on top, The A version destroys all units in the ground arena.
But then you wouldn't have done that in ground if that was the case.
Well, I'm just saying if it was
Yes.
in your hand or something and you
Yeah,
were still.
and I could have done it now
Yeah.
on this turn after you already had 4 units in
Yeah,
there.
would have been awesome.
That would have been great. All right, so attack me with your Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Rolling 5 dice. Two. Okay. And then rolling all the dice. Is the Death Star.
Yeah. And I think we just want to stick with the take out the Starfighters strategy, especially now that I'm not going to be able to tap them anymore.
You could attack this. This thing just taps any space unit with power 5.
I understand. I don't think it's going to live.
Oh, yeah, that's probably fair. Starfighter's dead.
Yeah, I would think so. 2, 3, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Probably a very dead Starfighter.
Okay.
Ground.
Ground. Yep. So, Luke, rolling 4. Feels kind of anti-thematic to be attacking the Death Star hangar bay with a bunch of snow speeders.
Fair. It happens.
So
not the worst.
that was 2 hits. Lucky 2. 3 hits. Alright, and then another snow speeder. 2 hits. Lucky 2. 4.
God, alright, it's already dead.
Alright. Tap, tap.
Yep.
Tap all these.
And gets to kill one of these guys.
Yep, let's go at the bombarding one.
There. That would be this.
4. Lucky. 4. Okay, you get to roll back on Han.
Yeah, 2 dice.
0.
You want me to re-roll those?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Rolling for build. 6.
Too late. Too late for that. Okay. Well, there's no reason not to play this guy for 2.
Yeah, I mean, the reason would be if you had a character to play.
Have a good one. Okay.
Well, any character keeps you alive.
I'm going to play another character.
Okay.
But I have options. We're gonna play that guy.
Oh, okay.
For 3. So yes, unless I play another character. I'm still alive. And put 1 there.
Okay. Oh, I should gain my force, go up to 12. Alright, my turn?
Yep.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to pay upkeep, so this is going to go to 2 damage. This is going to go to 1 damage. And then I will play a character. And put 2 build here. And that's my turn. And you have no retreats, but
I do not.
I have retreats.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay.
So ground.
Tap, tap.
Tap all these guys.
All
Han
right.
Solo, 50
See
speed.
if you take me out.
He's rolling at the Elite Guardian.
Let's pay 1 for Retaliate 3.
Yep. Three hits. Lucky. 2. 4 hits.
So he's gonna die.
Yep.
But he'll roll the 3 dice back.
Yep.
Accuracy does not. Is his retaliate an attack? No, it deals dice of damage.
Yep. So 2. 2 on Han.
Which means it doesn't also, like, Lucky also does not.
Oh, actually, I rolled 3. And yes, he does not get to Lucky it because
Right,
it's not an attack. Yep, that's how it works.
Okay. Dark side wins ties.
That's right.
Jerk store. The only problem is I cannot kill 9-Nub, and 9-Nub might kill me.
Just go at YOLO
All right.
solo.
YOLO at solo.
Oh, there's 2.
Oh!
Lucky.
Roll it back. Roll it back.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh, wait a minute. I should see if I have a battle card.
Suck it, Han Solo.
I don't have one.
Suck it, Han Solo.
He's dead.
Moral victory.
Well, he might not kill you now because he doesn't have Lucky.
That's true.
9-Nub.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh, of course. He's still freaking killing me. Do I have anything?
Do you have anything?
Oh, I do. Hero's dodge.
Get out. Nice. 1 damage. Okay.
Pay 1, prevent 2 to a character.
Yep.
All right, we lived. Barely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Next turn.
Roll for build. 4.
4, huh? Right. Draw a card. Force.
Yeah. So I'm at 16. And
so let's deploy this guy for 2. Don't
loose.
essentially just.
Yeah.
And very sad that I can't give my Death Star Bombard.
Yeah, you need the other copy of the Death Star. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Yeah. Lucky's crazy. Whenever an opponent attacks a unit with Lucky, or the unit with Lucky attacks, it gets to re-roll a number of dice equal to the Lucky value. So if Lucky 2, if you're attacking with Lucky 2, you can re-roll 2 of your attack dice, and if you're defending with Lucky 2, you can re-roll 2 of your opponent's attack dice.
It's real good.
It's very good.
Real good.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we will just make Easy happy, and we'll at least get this in play. I literally have nothing else that's even.
You could search for another Starfighter, one that has Bombard.
Oh, I guess that's fair. All right. Because I can't.
It doesn't even tap. It's just pay a build
okay.
point.
So I think there's a bomber in
here.
Right?
Yeah, there's a couple bombers in there, I think.
All right, so we'll, because I can't go search for the other Death Star. So we will look for. I know I saw a type.
Yeah, it's 81X.
And we'll put 2 builds.
It costs 1 build to search for him.
We'll put 1 build on him.
What did I roll for build? 4? You spent 3 on
2.
2 on that guy.
Because I have 1 on that guy.
Yep. Okay. All right.
All right.
My turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw. And I'm gonna put. We'll push that guy in. 4 build points.
Lucky is so good. Yes, it is.
So good.
That's why R2D2J is broken. Sadly.
It's not Lucky that makes it broken. It's the combination of Lucky with other things.
Correct.
Like Lucky on its own is super good.
It's very good.
But like you could see, you could kill a guy with Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantees.
Yeah.
But when you put Lucky with Evade, or Deflect, or any other defensive ability, it's when it gets out of control.
Yeah.
And it happens to be the R2D2J
goes on Luke, who
Well, it's not even that, but R2D2J also comes with the ability to remove damage from a unit it's piloting.
Right.
So not only are you rerolling your opponent's hits, but then when it does hit you, you're taking a damage off the next turn,
Yep.
and then you put it on Luke or something else. It's also evading damage, and
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
It's unkillable.
And Luke has the critical hit 6, so the
Right.
lucky works on the offense too. It's just the perfect combo.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 build points here. And then we're going to put 1 build point here. And that's all. Oh, and I forgot the upkeeps here. So this should be a 3, and this should be a 2. And that's it.
Okay. Retreats?
Yeah, that's a great question. What do I do? I mean, 9-nub should...
It's 2 dice and 2 dice.
I know.
So, I mean,
9-nub
statistically, he should live. But
more than the Death Star, maybe?
I don't think Han has... I don't think that Millennium Falcon has any chance of...
You know what? I was going to sandbag this, but I can't.
I don't know.
I'm going to play this card.
Okay.
I have it built.
Okay.
I'm going to... It's thematic. We're going to play Han's Promise.
Okay. Wow, that does not show up at all on... Oh, I guess it's because it's all blown out anyway in the artwork. All right, that makes sense. Put a character from your discard pile into the character in a character card in his pile. That seems really bad for me.
Yeah, so we're
You
gonna
get Han back, and I get a little turbo laser chud. Oh, I guess I get an elite guardian back. That's better than a turbo laser chud.
Yeah.
Super laser chud. Correction.
But that'll prevent me from not losing.
That's fair. Okay. So retreats still.
Yeah, so we're out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I obviously can't retreat. So space taps, ground taps, characters. Han shoots first.
He's gonna roll at this guy.
Roll at that.
The turbo laser gunner.
Let's see. I say I'm gonna pay 1 to intercept with the elite guardian, and I'm gonna pay 1 for the retaliate.
You got it. All right, Han Solo. He's got 4 because he has accuracy.
Oh.
And then he's gonna re-roll. He's got 5.
All right, so this guy's very dead.
Yep.
But we're gonna roll 3 dice back.
1.
How does get this?
And then
I'm next.
you're next with both guys.
So there is a chance I can take out 9-nub. Not a good chance, but there's a possibility. So I guess let's roll with one of these guys first at 9-nub and see if we... Oh, now there's no... All right. Well, then we're just going to roll at Han.
You got it.
Sure you want me to reroll those?
Nope. All right, 9-nub will go at the gunner. Blanks. Lucky 2. Blanks. Okay.
All right. Turn. 1, 2.
Hey, if this game goes long enough, all my speeders are going to die. All right. 24s. Rolling for build.
Yep.
2.
2. Can't even deploy my frickin'...
This card needs to be Sandhill.
Yeah. I would agree. Okay. Well, Guess we're just gonna load up this bomber and try to be able to. All I got.
He's like, it's like all the characters are shooting like stormtroopers.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
they're laser gunners and an astromech droid, so they're not intended to shoot particularly
All right.
well.
So this is gonna go to 3 damage, and this is gonna go to 4 damage, and then I'm gonna draw for my turn. 2 build, huh? Let's put my Falcon back in. We're gonna put 1 underneath the Falcon. And then we're gonna put.
Not sure what you're building down there.
Yeah, me either. I had to look because I forgot. Yeah, I guess we're just putting 1 here.
Alrighty.
And
No retreats for me.
yep,
Obviously.
I'm out.
All right. Tappity tap. Tappity tap. On.
The gunner.
Yep.
So we've got 4 hits with Han. Gonna re-roll 5 hits.
Integrated.
And then you're up.
Yep.
2 dice.
2 dice.
At Han, right?
Yeah.
Might as well. Oh, there's 2.
On astromech droid.
9 nub, rolling 3.
Mm-hmm.
2. 2.
You did that right. This
What do you mean?
should have rolled with Han at the guy that has 3 health and 9 nub at the guy that has 1
Yeah. That's fair.
Han would have taken out that guy, no problem.
Don't get cocky, kid. Han Solo gets cocky sometimes.
Alrighty.
All
Roll
right.
for build. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I roll a 1.
Roll the 1.
Worthless 1.
I mean, I can deploy my bomber.
There you go.
There we go. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. 24. I need another force counter. There was the different colored ones.
Yeah.
Blue. All right, so blue will be the 20, and this will be 24. Yeah,
Good enough.
I can flip it over to white, and it'll make it show up a little better. All right, and then 1 point, huh? So upkeep. This guy dies. This guy takes a damage. They're not modified for the cold yet.
Nope.
And then 1 build point going right here.
You're gonna have to flip over everything that you are building down there for the stream.
Yeah.
Okay. No retreats, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And we're out.
All right. Well, let's do something fun.
Bombard.
Suppressing fire.
Nice. What does that? Just give it extra power?
Yeah. Pay 2 force 1 of your units using Bombard to attack a ground unit gets +4 power for this attack. So it's gonna roll. It has Bombard 2, so I'm assuming that's 6 dice, right?
What does he give? +4 power?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 dice.
So 6 dice.
6 dice critical hit 2.
Correct. And let's go at Luke Snowspeeder.
So 3. Lucky 2. 1. He'll take 1. Actually, I'll spend some of this force. I'll take
And
9.
need it. Fair enough.
Alright. Tap.
Alright. On wax my astromech droid.
Yep. And that's 3. Lucky 2. 5.
5. Very, very
Alright. Han K.
So my hand, yes, is quite bad. Not going into ground, because
yeah.
And then I had a couple of ground units that, again, we weren't going to have enough to deal with all of that.
There's too much.
I had a second copy of Death Star B that was doing nothing. Then I had the weapon upgrade, again, not needed. The shield upgraded, not needed.
Just too expensive.
Yeah. Pilot's dodge, we weren't even fighting in space, and disrupting strike, which played no value.
And I had 20-something force.
And 24.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I had a very dead hand.
So my hand was pretty much dead. I drew a relevant card. So this is what I drew this turn. I drew a high-speed dodge.
Oh, all right.
I just drew it now.
Yeah.
And then I had a copy of Cloud City Battlegrounds in my hand, which I had 1,000,000 force, didn't do anything.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Rebel Hoth Army, which searches for Cloud City Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
But it's in my hand.
And you already had so many ground units.
Well, and one of the cards I was building was a Cloud City Battlegrounds, which I didn't need.
Yeah.
So that was one card I was building. I did have another space unit, but...
Yeah, why go in here? It's the same reason why would I go into ground.
Exactly,
like,
so I didn't do that.
You're just gonna get nuked.
I was building another copy of Han Solo because I had nothing to build.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I finally drew a Wedding of Destiny, and I started building that. So, yeah. That was the game.
All right. Well, do we want to just break this down by arena?
Yeah.
Essentially at this point, and then we can kind of.
So
you can talk about what you were thinking.
Yeah, easy. That was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest with you. The Han Solo deck kind of just did its thing, but it does its thing against a lot of decks. But I think one of the issues is I think you have there's too many almost the deck's trying to cover too many bases. It needs to be more focused.
That's fair.
So it needs to either be like a Bombard Iron Cannon style deck. It needs to be a maybe it's a Voltron deck. Maybe like you were saying, where you're trying to like combo up cards to make stronger units that are harder to kill, and that's where the equipment would come in. But it felt like in that game, the
equipment was useless.
It was so expensive,
yeah.
And you were trying to get units into play.
Right.
I don't know if you can play equipment in a Death Star deck, or a deck that includes a Death Star, because you're sacrificing so many build points already just to play the Death Star.
That is true.
So I don't know if that works. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, the Wizard of the Coast equipment cards are terrible. They're only good in draft or sealed.
Yeah, that's true.
In constructed play, the only Wizard of the Coast equipment card I've ever used is the Vehicle's Weapons package, which he does have in that deck. But I've used like a single copy, and the only reason I have it is I want to put it on Slave 1B, the Stun 3 Slave 1, so I can have 7 power and always make sure I'm stunning my opponent and keep my Slave 1 alive. Yeah. That's really one of the few uses I will ever have for that.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea of trying to Voltron up a Death Star, making it even more powerful.
Yeah.
That sounds super fun. The problem is you're sinking so many build points into one unit, which, yes, it will win you that arena, assuming it lives long enough before you can get some.
But as you saw, if you could just keep the one Death Star, even the 12-point Death Star alive, just rolling 12 dice in the arena will win the arena on its own.
Correct.
So you don't really need. When you're playing the Death Star, you don't really need to focus so much on trying to beef it up, as you need to focus more on just keeping it alive.
Yeah.
And I do like playing some of the other Death Stars. I do like that he's got the 2 Bombarders. This one's really good, the Bombard 8.
For sure. Well, yeah, because once you kind of clean out the space arena, then you still have something to do with this thing that you sunk.
Right, like when I was retreating all my units. Right. Or if you get pretty. When you get this thing on, it does give the Death Star, extra speed, extra hit points, things like that.
Yeah.
So. So here's its space. So let's put out the ground arena. Let's put it over here.
Shift.
So as you can see, when I was looking at this deck, it seemed to me it was incredibly thematic. Lots of A New Hope cards, Battle of Yavin cards. So when I was considering, hey, what would I change to improve this deck? I was thinking that the deck designer probably wanted more of a thematic deck than a just put all the best stuff in my deck. So when the suggestions I'm gonna make, keep that in mind that I'm also making suggestions based on the fact that I still wanted to try to keep it as a a New Hope style thematic deck. Yeah. So, all right. So here's all these characters. Got lots of one-ofs, which is actually I don't have a problem. I'm all about one-ofs. I play lots of one-ofs in decks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you want to put those out.
Yep.
So if we look at this deck, right? He's got 12 of each unit, which is fine. 12 of each unit, it's the minimum. It's not really yeah, so I apologize, Easy. I didn't realize that you were trying to like create like a Voltron with Star Destroyers and equipment. So when the I already pulled the cards that I wanted to suggest for this deck, and so it might not be exactly what you wanted, but I will put the suggestions out there anyways and see if we can improve the deck. So I think is this it?
Yeah.
All right. I do like Death Star 2. It is definitely just better than the Death Star 1. Okay. So I got a couple suggestions here that we're gonna try to tech this deck out and see if we can improve it. So the first thing I would say, because my suggestions, Easy, are actually to make this deck a little more focused on getting benefit, because I saw the Ion and the Bombard boosting guys, but if you look, the deck only has 2 cards with Ion Cannon,
Sure.
and it has 2 cards that boost Ion Cannon. So that's just not going to work.
Yeah, in a 60 card deck, yeah.
In a 60 card deck, the odds of you getting the 2 combo is and you're paying 2 build points. What you want to do is have 2 or 3 Ion Cannons in play, have one of these guys in play, boost them all, because this card doesn't boost one card.
Right.
These cards, they boost all of your guys with Ion Cannon, all of your guys with Bombard. So you almost want like a little swarm of those things.
And I like the idea of having the Ion in ground to help protect your Death Star that you sunk so many build points.
Yeah, and the idea is that I think with an Ion Cannon build is that the units themselves are probably not going to win the ground arena on their own. They just need to last long enough so that
for me to have a Death Star with Bombard.
Yeah,
That's
or
unopposed.
other bombarders that are just going to town on your opponent. So if we were to cut things for the deck that I was upgrading, first thing I did cut was, I'm sorry, Easy. I cut the Imperial Star Destroyers. And not that there's anything wrong with this card. It's actually quite a good card. And I can see his thought process of like engine upgrading onto a Star Destroyer would make it 50 speed, 7/7 Bombard 3.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And
I feel
honestly
like,
have never tried a deck like that before.
Yeah.
But that could actually be a deck.
For sure.
So
I honestly think that, but I think that might need to be its own strategy.
yeah.
I don't think you try and do Death Star and Voltron to Star Destroyer, because that's just, I feel like you want to pick the one thing you're trying to accomplish with all those builds.
I think if you're going to Voltron something, Voltroning a Star Destroyer makes more sense. They're a little bit cheaper, and there's also pilots that can be added to them. Whereas like there's no really pilots for the Death Star.
Yeah.
So I cut them because I was again trying to upgrade this deck into an Ion Cannon Bombard style of deck.
Okay.
So I cut those cards. The TIE Interceptors I kept because they are like the best. I did cut both of this TIE Bomber, and I'll explain why. I cut this one because it has one more build point cost, and it only has 30 speed. And the reason I did that will be more apparent when you see what I've added. So for space, I'm going to add 3 new TIE Bombers. We're going to add um, the EK-1B TIE bombers. They don't seem as good, but there's a couple things that I like about it. It is one less build point, and it has 40 speed as opposed to 30 speed. So I put 3 copies of those in. I added one more of these cheap little TIE fighters. I do really like them. And then I also added 2 copies of TIE Interceptor. It is the best starfighter the best filler starfighter for an intercepting unit in the game. So we're gonna run the full 4 copies of that card. I left both Death Stars, so my new space arena is gonna be 4 of these, 4 Death Stars, and then these 6 TIE fighters, TIE bombers, and regular TIE fighters. So we're at 14 new space units. For the ground arena, I am cutting the Imperial Control Station. Now, this is actually I think he was onto something with this card when he had mentioned it. What it does is it improves all of your starfighters by +1.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is definitely a deck that could benefit from that card, but that deck wants to be a starfighter swarm deck. A deck where you have tons of cheap Imperial starfighters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I actually have that card in a couple of my Imperial starfighter swarm decks, and it does because it's not unique. You could have have them, and if they're just sitting in ground and you're just swarming away.
And they only cost 4, which is very reasonable. I mean, obviously they're 10.
The stats,
but like their stats are horrible. But that's because they have a very good ability.
Right. Yeah. So they're not going to win the arena. And there's not enough starfighters to really benefit from this. I did add more. We have a bunch more in here, but I don't think there's enough to benefit. So I cut those cards. The other thing I cut was I cut 1 copy. Even though this is a good card, it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to ever see 2 during setup. So I cut 1 copy of Death Star Hangar Bay. And then I do really like the thematic Imperial Detention block. But again, it doesn't really help me win. It doesn't help me win space. I'm trying to win space and ground, right? Sure, I would like to win character. But I think I need other units to help me in ground. So I'm going to cut this card. And the ground that I'm suggesting is more ion cannon. So another cannon, and then 3 Death Star turbo laser towers. So that's just big ion cannon with a lot of health. So it can survive a turn or 2 while my Death Star is trying to win the arena.
Right. That makes sense.
And then start bombarding. And then I threw in. Now, these 2 cards could be, honestly, a number of different cards, but I just threw them in because they were my favorites. And I wanted some kind of unit to be able to attack my opponent's units with. So, 2 copies of Elite Stormtrooper Squad. It costs 6, so it's a little cheaper than the Hangar Bay, and it's got punch. It'll as accuracy 1 and critical hit 1.
4 power.
Yes, it's a little slow, but ground is not super fast.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that these 6 units, the 50% of the units, can actually attack and do something.
Yeah.
I kept the dewbacks, I believe, at 4 copies. Let me double check. I might have cut 1. I'm gonna count. I'm supposed to have 13 ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I did cut 1. So I cut 1 dewback. 13. And then character, we overhauled a little bit. So first thing we did in character was we got rid of the capital ship pilot because we took the capital ships out of the deck, and there's 2 of those. So both of these guys, they're gone. I love R2Q5. One of my favorite cards. I don't love him in this deck because there's no force drain.
Yeah.
And as you saw, you could never gain. I had so much force.
Yeah, I was never going to be able to use it.
It was never going to do anything. Now, this card in a Darkside Force Drain deck with like Darth Maul, Mark Jade, or Sing, Lando, this card is crazy good. You just tap it to get a point every turn. I kept both of the Ion and the Bombard guys.
Makes sense. Pumping that up.
I kept the Tarkin that heals the Death Star. I cut the rare Tarkin because his ability gets you a build point, but he costs 6 to play. Right. The big reason to play that card is the other ability, where all of your Jedi get pay 1 retaliate 4. Because it counts any Jedi. So
right, the dark side Jedis.
Yes, but what's awesome is like Darth Vader's TIE Fighter is a Jedi. Sith Infiltrator's a Jedi. Like, you play the dark side space units, and when you have space units with pay 1 retaliate 4, so that's a whole nother deck. So that's the reason I cut that, and I added actually I just wanted a second copy of the same Tarkin. I want to be able to heal my Death Star when I have to. Love Elite Guardian, probably the best retaliating, intercepting unit in the game, but we don't need it. Our chuds are going to be different.
Okay.
Our support units are different, so I cut them.
Okay.
I also cut the TIE Fighter Elite pilots, but I'm replacing them with a different TIE pilot.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, these are just regular TIE Fighter pilots. I cut them, and I'm going to replace them with the Elite version, which is the rare. And the reason I'm doing that is because even though they cost a little bit more to play,
3 instead of 2.
3 instead of 2, the difference is, remember I chose different space units for a reason? I chose this TIE Bomber, has 40 speed. When you combine it with the TIE Pilot, it gets plus 20 speed and critical hit too. So now it's 60 speeder, so it's going before almost all the light side units, and it has critical hit too. So that's the reason I chose that, and that's the reason I chose that TIE Bomber. And then same thing with the TIE Fighter that I added. If I pilot this, now you're at 60 speed, accuracy 1, critical hit 2. So this little guys can actually start doing some damage with these TIE pilots. So I'm switching my pilots around, but I still kept the idea of having some pilots. And then I felt like this deck still needed a way to win character. I don't think you can ever have a deck that truly, very rarely, can never just give up an arena. So I did add some copies of Darth Vader.
Always a fine choice.
Always a fine choice. And also, two of the copies I added had intercepts, so they kind of protect my little guys. So I went with good old-fashioned Darth Vader A for intercept. And then I went with Darth Vader C, a little cheaper, but also has intercept and evade. And then we went with the Big Daddy Darth Vader to win the arena if needed. And then Darth Vader N to disrupt my opponent's battle cards. Put a little strain on their force. And it has armor, and it's a Jedi Master. So he can, if he gets like tap and zap Yoda and stuff, you can put that one on top. So we got 4 copies of Vader. And then the last card I put in the deck, Admiral Piet. Super awesome support, gives all of my space units intercept. Which is super good when you're playing with the Death Star.
For sure.
Because now, even those remember those TIEs that I added an extra one?
Yeah.
Well, those TIE fighters, when they die, they get you a build point. So I can intercept with them.
Have them die,
get the build point back, and I'm saving my Death Star.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Okay.
There could even be an argument to play 2 Piet and 1.
I was actually just
Tarkin.
thinking that. I was just thinking
But I haven't played it before, so you know, I went with a different ratio. Yeah. But you could easily make that change.
Yeah, because A, he's cheaper.
Yep.
And B, you're more likely going to just be playing It's more likely that this deck is probably going to try to win in space and ground
Right.
over character. It's good that it potentially can fall back to character if it has to.
Right.
But more often than not, it's probably going to try to win these arenas, in which case it will make it a little bit easier for...
Yeah. And we're still real low to the ground on costs, right? Like, we still got all these 2 drops, all these 3 drops. Yeah. We got a 4 drop, and then we have 2 5s, and then the Vaders.
Vader, obviously.
But Vader, like, again, you could always just put one of the cheaper ones out and then upgrade to the bigger ones.
Correct.
So, I mean, honestly, just throwing
even
the
just that
5 cost Vader out
and
with
stacking
him a whole bunch is great. And he is pay 1 intercept, pay 2 evade 2.
Yeah.
He will buy you the time needed to win with the other arenas. Yeah. So that's the new character arena that we're going to try out.
All right.
And again, we could easily make this 2 and get rid of 1 Tarkin. Yeah. And go with keeping more intercept and less damage removal. Yeah. But I've always kind of liked the idea of Tarkin repairing the Death Star.
I get it.
There was a little ham. That was like a ham choice there.
Yeah, fair.
All right. So now, first thing we're going to do is we're cutting all the equipment.
Okay.
I know it's going to make Easy really sad, but no equipment.
I think that's a different
I just think it's
deck,
a different deck, and I didn't realize that was the deck he was trying to build.
Yeah.
And that was my mistake. Yeah. So...
I think we could try and
I could make an equipment deck
like
stream.
a Star Destroyer Voltron-y. Yeah. I think that's a fine idea. I think it's a really fun
It interests me because I've never tried to do it.
Right, exactly. That's something we've not tried to do. I just think trying to Voltron a Death Star is a little, it's just like win more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hard to pull off because of all
It is hard to pull off. Now, the other thing that we just have to downright cut, and this is going to make him sad. So there's this card. This card breaks my heart. To no avail. Because at some point, Wizards of the Coast, in all of their mighty wisdom, decided to offer a rules clarification, nulling the entire point of the card. Yeah. So if you read the card, it makes you think that you can put build points on something and play it during the battle phase. Right. But you can't. They basically came out and said, you could get the build points and you can put it on something, but you cannot deploy and you cannot complete the card. Right. So his combo of using that to get build points to play this doesn't work. Now, it used to work because I used to use that card with a card from A New Hope called Your Powers Are Weak, which makes your opponent lose all of their force. For 6 build. So I would have 1 build on it, surprise reinforcements during the battle, steal all of my opponent's force. They could have 5 build points on another unit, but the light side would have no force, and then I would just kill all of their stuff. Right. And that's not the reason why they changed the card, by the way. Sure. I have there's no rhyme or reason why they changed the card. It makes no sense. Yeah. But they changed it. So this combo doesn't work. Sad face. So we cut the combo because literally it doesn't work. It's not actually a combo, yeah.
Now,
for battle cards, I like what he was doing here with all these speed boosting cards. I just like pilot speed better than dark speed, and pilot speed is a little more thematic. So what I did was I just went to 3 copies of Pilot Speed and I cut the 2 Dark Speeds. Okay. The reason I like Pilot Speed better is because when you combo Pilot Speed with any Death Star, you have a 50 speed Death Star. Yeah. Which is going first against most of the time. Yeah. And when that happens, it's glorious.
It's fair.
So Pilot Speed. Pilot's Dodge, I think it's just a good card, and especially in this deck where you're trying to survive in ground. So I just added 2 more. Okay. Now, like Tonrado said, if you're just going for the best version of a deck, take these out and make them Jedi piloting. Yeah. It's the same card, just more efficient. But because he had Pilot's Dodge, I just added more Pilot's Dodge. Sure. The Disrupting Strikes. So this card is amazing, again, in a force drain deck, where you're paying a force to disrupt their battle card because they're low on force. There's no force drain in this deck.
Yeah.
So this card is just 99% of the time pay
They're
one,
just, yeah,
pay one force, your opponent loses 2 force.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. So we're
Yeah.
getting rid of it. Heroes Dodge, fine battle card. But honestly, we have Vader now,
Yeah.
who can intercept and protect our little guys.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't die, that means that they're not attacking Vader. So we don't need this card.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This was one of the cards I didn't want to cut because it was like Bombard and flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But I just couldn't justify it, and we need more support to win the game. So I cut the Suppressing Fires. And instead, we are going to play one copy of A Bigger Fish, because we want to give either our Death Star or Darth Vader overkill and accuracy when attacking something smaller. Seems good.
Yeah.
So we're going to play one of those. And then one copy of Vendetta. And all those little chuds that you have that are like 2 health, when Han smacks them for like 5 or 6 damage, or not just Han, but any character,
Right.
you just prevent all the damage.
It just reflects
and you attack back with unpreventable damage. So we got one copy of that.
Sure.
That should help you in there. And then 2 copies of one of my favorite cards, Emperor's Prize. So this card is also a card that's eroded. And what the correct text says, if a unit was discarded by damage twice its health, you can pay 1 force and you put that unit back into the arena.
Is it at least twice its health or exactly twice its health?
It's at least.
Okay.
It has to be twice its health or more.
Correct. Okay.
So all those like 1 health TIE fighters that I put in the deck, like you could just bring them back if they take 2 damage.
Okay. So it's the errata it should be equal or more.
I don't know the exact wording of the
sense.
errata, but the way the card functions is if a unit is discarded by more than by twice its health or more,
right,
then you could pay a force and bring it right back into play. So that's good for like bringing the little chuds right back into the game after they get discarded from damage. And it's great like on cards like intercepting cards that have low health. This card's really good on things that have 1 or 2 health.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, the card's not really useful. So I have 2 copies of that as like a little surprise.
All right.
And so that's the new battle card package that I want to try. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 battle cards. And then missions. So
those are the one-ofs.
Those are all the one-ofs. So mission cards, I actually like Starfit Refit, but since I added a second copy of... I like this card. Heal your Death Star. But since I added a second copy of Tarkin, I cut 1.
Okay.
And I just kept 1. So we're keeping 1. Hatch a Clone. There's no... This card's really good when I'm trying to bring back as many cheap ground units like in that same Han Solo deck where I'm like deploying speeders for 1 and then my clones. I actually have that card in that deck. Like once my speeders die from the damage, I pay 1, get 2 of them back, and then replay them for like 1.
Cheap,
yeah, exactly. So that's where that card's good. But we cut it. Take the Initiative. It's a good card. It's an okay card. It just has no place in the deck, I feel like. So we cut that. Splinter the Republic is quite good. We want to search for our Death Star. We want to search for our Vaders. I even considered adding another one.
I was actually thinking about that because I was struggling to get to the second.
If I were to improve this deck more, I would probably make 2 of these. Find another card to get rid of. Death Mark. It gets you build points. It's a little unreliable on the dark side. That card's better on the light side, believe it or not, because the light side you could play the Death Mark, and then the light side could just retreat the unit, and then the card does nothing.
Right.
And Departure Time. Love Departure Time. It just doesn't really work exceptionally well in this deck. It will work, but it's I couldn't find room for it, so I cut it. I really wanted to add, though, 2 copies of Visit to Mos Eisley. Reason being, I've got a whole bunch of ground units with a bunch of health that might not die.
Right.
And if I could resolve that and remove all the damage from them in a turn,
Yeah.
and I have the intercepting guys,
Right.
so like I intercept a bunch, keep my
Yeah.
guys alive, and then I'm like, boom,
Heal
everything with one
gosh.
card.
Yeah.
That could be devastating.
For
so
sure.
I ran with 2 copies of Visit to Mos Eisley.
Okay.
So that's the new mission card suite.
Okay.
Again, I think there's a great case that maybe we play an extra Splinter of the Republic, and I would have to figure out what to cut. And then lastly, I added locations because there was none.
Correct.
And locations are really powerful, and just having them in your deck to destroy your opponents is also
that's
a thing.
enough of a reason to consider including them for sure.
So for my first location, I went with one that cost nothing. I just wanted to beef up my space units, giving them critical hit 1.
Okay.
So there's 2 copies of this card. Utapau. And I figured my space needs more beefing. So I gave all my space units accuracy.
All right.
And it stays on theme with the Death Star.
Yeah.
So
Death Star control room.
2 Death Star control rooms. And the
Very
last one, I went with Tatooine. And the reason I went with this card is A, it's only 1 cost. B, it's multi-arena, so I can just use it to destroy whatever location I want to get rid of my opponents. And C, actually shuffling units back into your deck is good, especially the ones that you're killing that are intercepting.
Because then I can just go search them out again.
You can search them out again with the Death Star, and you shuffle them back in your deck.
That makes sense.
So now with all these changes, the difference is this deck is also now 60 cards.
Okay.
This deck before was a lot more than 60 cards.
Yeah, I think it was almost 70.
I think it was almost 70. And the reason you want 60
69.
is because the smaller your deck, the greater the chance of drawing your best cards. So that is the change. I do have that deck list made. I will post it on Facebook. We'll post it on the YouTube, the deck corrections. And let's give it another chance.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I think this is now trying to be a little bit more true to the idea of having this be the Death Star shining.
Yeah, it's more of a Bombard Ion Cannon
Bombard
deck.
Ion Cannon, but at the heart of it, the reason for the Bombard and Ion Cannon is to allow the Death Star to survive and be awesome.
Yeah, the Death Star is going to be
literally,
awesome.
that's like the reason for it.
Yeah.
So...
Which, like I said, I could really see another copy of Splinter of the Republic too, to make sure you get upgrade your Death Star.
But I honestly I keep circling back to the idea of building a Voltron Star Destroyer deck. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Easy. I knew you were gonna be sad when you found out that your combo didn't work. When I read your thing, and I was like, he was on to the exact same thing I was 15 years ago. And he's sad for the same reason. They ruined our combo.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, 15 years ago, Easy, you had it right. That's how that card worked.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly...
How it was originally designed.
I think it was designed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know? When we play in our house, if we play with surprise reinforcements... We
play it that way.
We play it the old way.
Yeah.
We don't play it the new way.
Yeah. But we won't do that for stream.
There's a couple house rules that we have.
Yeah.
Like every Jango Fett in this house has armor.
Yep.
I don't care what they say.
Yes, that's true.
You just have to know if you play Jango Fett in this house, Jango Fett has armor.
Yep. I think one of the IDC guys actually
Easy
did that
Hake.
for you, didn't you?
Easy Hake Coven made me a Jango Fett from Sith Rising, Jango Fett E. He made one with armor.
Yeah.
And
I think he even did
even put a
for
he
you.
did a Jango Fett must have armor or something like that.
Fantastic.
I'm actually gonna have Darth Ted print me some.
Of course you are.
So
that makes sense.
I just need Easy to add armor to the rest of my Jango Fetts. All right. So now let's see it. Let's give the new improved deck a. Now, I wouldn't be discouraged too if the deck doesn't. I mean, the deck did not do bad against this deck the first time, considering the considering the combos that I had going, I had
Yeah.
some really strong synergy going.
Mhm.
I got the Hans Promise back, Han Solo.
Yeah.
I got to play speeders for 1 build point, 2
Yeah.
build points.
For sure.
I had everything I basically wanted.
Yeah.
It was pretty much rolling in the
Yeah.
dough.
Mhm.
The only thing I didn't have was battle cards.
Yeah. The only reason that I feel like I survived as long as I did is because of that Death Star hangar bay to just
Yeah.
cap one of those space units. It kept my Death Star alive.
Yep. And
Which-
imagine if that was Luke's X-Wing that you were tapping every turn.
exactly.
Yeah, Death Star Hangar
Yeah.
Bay is actually quite good.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the cards that pained me the most to cut.
Yeah. But I understand why, because if we can keep it alive by putting more space units with intercept in there, it does the same thing.
Yeah.
And for cheaper.
My issue was that, like, I played with Death Star Hangar Bay a lot when I was when these sets came out, because Luke's X-Wing came out with Battle of Yavin, so Death Star Hangar Bay was like the answer.
Right.
And it was also great at tapping the Falcon until they stacked the Falcon. But my issue always was, man, getting it clogged in my hand during setup. When you're trying to like deploy into the arena, and it's like I've got all these expensive ground units, it really was a struggle. So I think 2 is probably the most you want to play, but because I wanted to make room for some other cards, I ended up going down to 1.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
I don't think you would be necessarily wrong if you played with 2.
You're on 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have lots of mulligans. Lots of battle card mulligans.
That's okay.
Okay.
And I have
So-
I have 1 mulligan on mulligan trapdoor.
Yeah, I have 2 pilots dodge, a bigger fish, and Emperor's Prize.
Yeah, so you haven't seen trapdoor. It's a pretty powerful, and like I said, the deck I'm playing is. This is a deck, if I were playing it, I would play this in a tournament. It's more of a competitive deck, whereas I wouldn't even consider the deck that I built or the one that is like super ultra competitive. It is sweet combo deck.
Yeah.
But the fact, if it could just hold its own against this deck, you know that deck's good.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So.
And that's kind of the idea behind trying to test some of these things is
Test it
have it
against a
at
good
least,
deck.
yeah, test it against something that's good. Obviously, if you're just going to do like flavor matchups, it's okay if you have a T-Rex fist fight.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those are the most fun games.
We have built some really bad decks on this stream for thematic purposes. You know, and it's like, why do you have that card in your deck? Well, because it's thematic and it's awesome, and the cards in my opponent's deck are just as thematic and awesome
and horrible.
Horrible. Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're on the same power level, you'll have a good game.
So that Death Star Hangar Bay is super sweet in Seal the Draft.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Getting a single copy of that card.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's fun.
Alrighty. I'm up. So let's go with five.
Turbo Laser Tower. Nice. Okay. And I'm going to put 2 on R2D2. Another card that I just really love.
Sure.
And then I'm going to put 4 on Anakin Starfighter. So I've got 6.
Okay. I'm going to do 4 on Spurs.
Okay. So you're at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 6. And I'm going to put 3 in ground.
Okay.
So it's going to put me at 9. I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm going to put put 6 in character.
Mm-hmm. 5 on Vader. 3. 5. Draw.
Still you.
Capture for 3.
Nice.
Draw. Dead.
All right, I'm gonna play Luke's X-Wing C. 3, 4, 5. Draw.
Let's go with the second one of these.
Oh man, Iron Cannon for days.
1.
Okay.
It's looking like I'm not gonna be able to play.
15, 20. I have 20 points left. Just need to get some ground going. So I'm gonna play. I hate doing this now because cards don't have
Deploy
abilities,
effects.
so I lose the ability to search my deck for a location. But I really just need another ground unit because that's the problem with Ion Cannon. It's forcing me to play cards during setup that I don't want to play because she's got 2 Ion Cannon, and yeah, I have a Luke's X-Wing C, and I can shield and evade one, but it's still rolling 4 dice twice.
Yeah.
If I do nothing about it.
Right. Okay. Let's.
And you could also just put a ton of build points on the Death Star and just not complete it.
I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it. Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
If I had it, I would have played it.
Fair enough. Well, that's good though.
So.
But that's where we'll see the deck improvements because you'll be able to now if you're drawing other starfighters and bombers and stuff, you'll be able to play them. Whereas if like you were drawing Star Destroyers right now, you wouldn't be able to play them.
Of course, now
Well,
when I have 5 built.
you could start working on it
I'm going to.
if you want.
I probably will. I have a lot.
Okay. And
You're up.
Mama. Oh, I forgot to add the 6 build points. Right? I definitely looks like I forgot that.
Oh yeah, you did. So then I'm still.
Yeah, hold on. So 10, 18, 26. Yep, 26.
All right, so I am still.
Yep.
All right, then we'll put 5.
Oh, it's the big one too. Okay, so I'm on a clock.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you're saying.
Roll high for Bill, yeah.
It could happen. 1-6 and you're in the game.
Yeah. So we're hoping for.
All right, here we go. Oh wait, no, I have to build. I have 4 build points left.
I'm like, wait.
Sadly, though, this is the only unit left in my hand. Chewbacca. All right, 4 build on Chewbacca, so that's 30.
Matthew, yes, when you move a pilot from the character arena onto a ship, it is now fighting in that arena. So when that unit dies, the pilot also.
Yeah.
And it gets whatever abilities it has as a pilot.
Yeah, it'll say this starfighter pilot gets. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll for build.
Rolling for build.
6. 1.
Slow building that Death Star.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. That's probably just better.
All right. Oh, that seems good.
Yeah. Destroy it.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're comboing.
Yeah.
And I think you tap it during your build step to do it, right?
That is true.
Yeah, so
Obviously.
that is the one that gives all of her ion cannon plus 2.
Power.
So now these
are ion 7.
Ion 7. Yeah, it's
Not bad.
yeah, huh. All right.
Bad.
I'm gonna draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna draw an extra card for our 2D2. Then discard a card. And what are we discarding?
Oh, you know what?
What?
Pilot.
I don't know if you care.
I just gonna.
Yeah. You're,
All right, we're good.
or retreat your.
Or that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Retreat my intercept. So I don't think I care about my pilot going. I have to do that during my build turn.
Yep.
Build stuff. That's why I was like, oh wait.
And I have to discard a card. And we are gonna discard something. Just don't know what. I think we're gonna discard this 9 cost on Solo.
Okay.
I don't know if he's coming to play today.
I mean, if my 15 card cost Death Star's coming into play, Han Solo with 9 could probably come into play.
It's fair.
I have 10 to go on here.
Fair enough. Alright, so I have 2 build. So I'm just going to put 2 on Chewbacca. Get him to 6. Well, I rolled a 1, yeah. Sad.
Exactly.
So I'm not deploying
Sad for
anything.
all of us.
I
Yeah.
have to upkeep, though. I got to put a little damage on my unmodified stone speeder. And that's all she wrote. So, retreat step. And, yeah, that's fair.
For him to be there.
Well, that means no reason for me to be there either. I am getting 7.
14.
14, yeah. That's the thing. If you keep.
That's the downside.
Yeah.
Obviously. But
All right.
yeah. All right. So.
Ground.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do I want to keep my little. I don't. Well, yeah, I'll keep R2 in there.
Worst case, it's pay 0 intercept.
Yep. I didn't want Vader to kill him, but it's okay.
Okay. So,
So-
ground.
I have 4 dice,
You do.
and I'm going to roll it ion cannon.
Okay.
No, I'm going to roll at this stupid thing first.
Okay.
It's annoying. It's basically pay 0 intercept. 1. No Han Solo this time. And then you're up.
Am up.
Yep.
All right. Rolling. Yeah.
You have stun too.
Oh, that's right. It's so buried under all that flavor, under all that.
Oh, 2. Stun 2.
Yep.
All right.
That's gonna roll 4 dice back.
Yep.
Assuming here.
Same target. 3.
3.
There's those pilot's dodges.
2. Prevent 2.
Take 1. Yeah, I'm at 4. All right. And then Vader.
Nope. All right. So I think.
Yeah. Matthew's like, no lucky reroll on build points.
Yeah, right. I wish.
There's actually cards that do that, though.
There are.
Theed Power Generator and Bespin Landing landing platform.
All right. Let's just roll it R2.
No.
Silly, but I don't want you getting the extra cards.
All right.
Pay 0 intercept. Killing my Astro. Roll 2. Huh?
Prevent 1 damage.
Oh my gosh. I'm a 30, so I'm still going. Gonna roll at R2.
All right.
I mean, there's no point in rolling 2 dice at Lando with lucky 2.
Ah.
All right. The only reason I would have done it is if I had no other.
I'm rolling there.
Mm.
Would you like to intercept?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even though you won't be able to evade? I have 4 dice lucky too.
4 dice lucky 2. All
Okay.
right, go ahead.
There's 2 hits. Lucky 2, 3 hits. You made the wise decision. You still have 2 iron cannons. Okay. All right.
All right. Ready up.
Roll for build. 5. Did you draw on everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going, so spent 1 force, so I'm going to 7. Draw. I'm going to spend 1 build on Chewbacca. I'll push these guys in. Oh, upkeep. And then 4 build. I'm going to spend 2 build on Wedding of Destiny. So I'm going to gain a force and draw 3 cards. Okay. Then I'm going to put 4 build on this card. And I am done.
Streets.
Yep.
Okay. Ground.
Alright, 4 dice at the dewback. Or Jawa Patrol. Or Sand Trooper Patrol, sorry. 2 dice, 2 hits. Another pilot's dodge.
I thought I did, but this is something.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I had it, but.
Alright, so then I'm going to roll 6 at one of those iron cannon guys.
Yep.
4. Okay. Character.
Yep.
Still up, Vader.
Yep. Let's roll at.
He is pay 1, retaliate 3, I think.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, pay 1, retaliate 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Which obviously you have plenty of force, so let's just roll at Lando.
Lando? Okay. Roll 5 at the lucky guy. Two. Yep. 1. Okay. And then Chewbacca is going to attack. I guess we'll attack the TIE pilot. Okay. 5 dice at Vader. 1. Yep. And then TIE pilot. Right? Is he 30?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's just roll at Lando.
2. 2.
Oh! Snuck it in there.
Sometimes those little guys.
Yeah, snuck it in there.
All right. Let's go at the TIE pilot again. There's the intercepting Vader now. 3. 4. Evade 2.
So we'll evade 2.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
This is a much closer game. 6.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed.
Hilarious.
All right. So I mean, yeah, we're obviously hitting this because why would we? It's kind of the whole. 1 left.
Okay.
Let's.
See, now I'm in trouble because if I retreat space, she bombards for 8.
Bombard.
But if
Yeah.
I stay in space,
I just
the ion
ion.
cannons are
Yeah.
going to eat me alive.
Yeah.
Unless I can kill them.
So
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. One build. Okay.
go ahead.
Alright, and my turn. We're pushing in. And we're drawing a card. Oh, that does not help. One build point. So change that to a 5. I'm gonna play Princess Leia.
Got all Han's buddies, but not Han.
Yeah. 5 here. Okay. And it's Is my Luke's X-Wing gonna die regardless of piloting him? Maybe not. Lando is going to pilot Luke's X-Wing.
What is the Starfighter? Just lucky 2?
In accuracy 1.
Ah, okay.
So now Luke's X-Wing has accuracy 2.
So only one.
Only one's miss.
Fair enough.
But only 3 dice. And not critical hit 6.
Yep. That's fair.
Alright. That's it. Oh. Upkeep.
Yeah.
That matters.
Alright. I'm not retreating.
Same.
Okay.
So
60?
you're still faster, yep.
So let's roll at Anakin.
Anakin's, that makes sense.
Yeah. You guys there.
0. Ugh. Bad roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll roll here at the interceptor. One. Oh man. Alright, same interceptor. 3, 4. Yeah, that works. Sadly. Sadly, that works really well. So remember that combo I was saying? Oh, there it is. Alright. Go for it.
Okay. So then they rolls again, right?
Yeah, it goes again. Yeah. It's in play.
Alright, so 3.
Yep. Anakin's. 2. Alright, he'll take 1. He'll evade 1.
And let's roll 14 dice at Luke.
Right.
1 less because of shields 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And technically re-roll 2 of those because we only have 12 dice right there, right?
Alright, so that's 12. I gotta roll 2 more dice first. These are misses.
Yeah, so just roll 2 of those. Alright. So
those are both misses. Yeah. And now we're gonna re-roll 2 of these.
Yep. Still.
Alright, so that's 8. Jeez. So high speed dodge.
Prevents 3.
High speed dodge is 6.
Prevents 6. So we would still take 2.
And I'll evade 1.
And you could evade 1 and take 1. Right? Do you have enough force for that? Because it's pay 1, prevent 3, pay 1, prevent 3, pay 1, evade 1. So yeah, you'd be at 4.
So I'm preventing 7, I'm taking 2.
Yeah. No, you're taking 1.
No, there's more than that here. You have 9 hits.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah, there's 9 hits.
Okay. All right, so he lived.
He lived.
High speed dodge, high speed dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. I get it.
He's got to survive the ion cannons, though.
That's true.
So, all right.
Which you go first with your 60 here.
I got my 160, and I'm obviously going to try to kill that thing.
You know what? Before you do that,
Do you have a sweet accelerating pilot speed to go 60 speed on ion cannons?
I
That was the
do.
other reason I put those in the deck.
Yeah, I was gonna use it on the Death Star, but it wouldn't have mattered because then it would have
No,
been a
but
50
using it
against
on your
60.
ion cannon
But
before it would
using
die
yeah, that
is
seems
super relevant
pretty
for one
relevant
force.
right now.
Yep.
So we're gonna attack with the damaged one.
Yep. So four here or 5 there.
4 here. Yeah. Harder one. Oh.
1. I would have went here, but it doesn't matter with that roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna evade 1. Actually, no. Lucky first.
Yeah, I was gonna.
All right. I'm not gonna evade. All right.
All right. So sad face. All right.
So I'm rolling 4.
Yep.
I'm still going at the damage guy.
Yeah.
I just gotta get him off the board. 4.
Roll that for me.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you're up.
Yeah.
Iron.
Same target.
I would go 5 here because you could kill this with this.
I guess that's true. Still doesn't matter.
Still not gonna matter. Bad rolls.
Yeah. All right. Sad face.
50 speed Leia.
Yep, she's first.
She's gonna roll at the pilot.
Okay. And I will let that happen.
1. And then you're up.
Yep. Vader is going to roll
That makes sense.
5 dice.
Okay.
Chewie.
I'll roll at the pilot. 3. Okay. Turn.
Yep. One, 2.
7. Roll for build. 4.
Do this. Get another.
Is that the best thing you can build, huh?
Kind of.
No ground units?
The only one I have is this.
It still has health.
I understand, but I wasn't gonna be able to play it.
Yeah.
I rolled. I have 5.
Yeah.
And then let's
Oh, sure.
have a couple of units over here so I don't just auto lose.
It's fine.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right. Draw.
Yep.
4. Play Han Solo. That's all I got.
All right. I might just auto. All right.
All right. And then
Retreats.
hold on. I'm not done.
Oh.
Yep. I think I just want can't win space. All I can do is delay.
I mean, I probably would. You can kill all my characters.
Oh, I have to kill your ground too.
Yes.
But yeah, that's my only chance at winning.
You're rolling 10 dice. There's a chance you can take
Maybe.
it out.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, we'll see.
No retreats.
Yep, you're up. I have no retreats either. Yep. Zero.
Rolling really bad for me.
Yeah. Obviously just roll at this. 0. Same spot. 3. No, no. Bombard 8.
I guess it does.
Yes, it does. Yep. It's Bombard 8, right?
It is.
That's 3.
Okay.
And then ground.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yep.
Four. Got another pilot speed?
Nope.
Ah. Well, you still get to go.
I do. So we'll roll at Anakin. 5.
2.
They want to take one.
Yep.
Have all the other ones out.
It's fine. Yep.
All right.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Pilot's dodge? Ah. Okay. And character.
Yep. You're up.
Yep. So just Han. He's gonna roll at. I'm just gonna roll at Vader.
Okay.
He is accuracy.
Oh, he has accuracy.
Yeah. Yeah, 5.
5.
And that Han's good. I was worried you might have had a vendetta. And then Leia for here, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky. 2. Then same guy. 2. And then you're up.
I roll 2 dice at Lando.
Yep. 1. Okay.
And Lando rolls 4 dice at Piet.
0.
2.
Yeah, I can't kill him. 1.
Kill him. I live for a turn.
Yep.
All right. Not looking.
It's actually not as bad as you think, but it's still not great. All right. 2.
Guys.
Yes. Dead. And that's it. All she wrote. Yeah.
Go ahead.
3. 4.
Oh.
4.
No. Plus,
Oh, plus 3.
3.
So it's 7.
Yeah, because he has critical at 4. So
Yeah, it's 7.
3. 7.
And then 3 more. 5. Oh, 6 actually. 4. No, 5. 5. Oh no, it's 6. He has critical at 1, so yeah, it's 6. Sorry.
Total 6.
Total 6. Okay, you get to go.
I think I have to go with. Oddly enough.
Will you be able to play something here the next turn? Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, I mean, if I live,
Yeah.
yeah.
That kills it.
All right. Deal 2 damage to Piet with 4 characters.
Sure. Dead. 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I just drew.
You're not. It's not. Game's not over. I don't control 2 arenas. I have won this one. No one won this one, and no one's got this one. Roll for build. 1. And would you like to retreat?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Two. Okay. 5. 6. Man, close. All those iron cannon rolls that were
0.
It wasn't actually. Yeah. It was close because these guys were almost dead. It was just those couple die rolls that really hurt you. So I think we need at least one more unit in the ground arena, maybe one more of the intercepting sand troopers because they were good, that could at least attack and deal damage. That was the problem.
Yeah, I couldn't deal damage in ground.
Also, no, you also didn't draw any Bombard starfighters.
I just drew this one, but like the priority to play that was nothing when I was already controlling space. Right. It just happens that in one turn, my Death Star went from full health to 3 health remaining.
Yeah.
One turn.
Yeah, it's the crits.
The crit 3 with both, and you rolled the 6 on both of these guys, plus we're almost rolling 100% on both of those guys. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
That went from 0 to 12.
Imperial Misdirection wouldn't have helped you because you didn't have another space unit.
Right. I mean, I could have played one if I had an Imperial, but like that was why I started prioritizing this once I drew it.
But I don't think that one was nowhere near as bad as the first game. Because honestly, like, yes, my characters were, but I had nothing. So this was my remaining cards in my hand was units.
Yeah.
I just drew Luke's X-Wing this turn, but it didn't matter. I just drew it.
Yeah, I had I just drew that, and then I had another Titan Receptor. But again, I wasn't putting points into an arena I was already controlling. Visit to Mos Eisley was never worth playing because you're only dealing damage to one thing.
No, it's a fair point, but you didn't have the. Yeah, you want to play Visit Mos Eisley when
I have multiple interceptors available.
Right.
And you were just targeting the interceptor, so
right. Because
dumping 4 into this when I was behind on units was not worth it.
Yeah, so maybe that's a card we cut.
Yeah, and then Death Star Control Room when I have a.
Yeah.
Again,
it's good when your singular space unit is the Death Star.
Sure, but like, still, it's like accuracy on the Death Star is just win more.
Well, there was the one time where you attacked and didn't kill the thing.
Only because you had double high speed dodge. Like
that's fair.
Like that's not gonna matter anyway.
But the 3s I pulled off the table would have killed it.
And then the shield generator, which again I didn't have the ability to drop 6 into a thing that wasn't gonna impact
shield generator needs to come out usually during setup. But I don't know. I still think it was again, this is a really good deck.
Yeah.
So I think
I mean this definitely just still felt clunky, but
it didn't seem that clunky when I was playing it on my side of the table, playing against it, because I also knew the thing.
I just felt like I had cards in my hand, all of those cards in my hand.
I mean, that's always going to happen. I had 6 dead cards in my hand too, so I mean, that's part of Star Wars TCG. There's not a lot of card draw,
Yeah.
which is why things like Jawa Sandcrawler are important,
It's
you
true.
know. But all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck tech video. Easy, I apologize that I didn't make the deck that you probably wanted. So maybe we'll do a Voltron build on a future stream.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for sharing the deck list. Thank you for indulging me and letting me make suggestions and letting us play the suggestions on stream. If anyone else has a deck that they would like us to play on stream and like us to tweak or just play, we don't have to tweak it.
Oh, for sure.
Just drop us a line, hit us up, like and subscribe, and until next week, I'm Gold Leader, she's Patronus, and we're signing out.
Thanks, guys.